Hello, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you are having a peaceful day. Today, I want to tell you about a man who lived more than 200 years ago. He was a writer, a scientist, and a leader. But he started his life as a poor boy who loved to read. This man helped create a new country. He discovered secrets about lightning and electricity. His name was Benjamin Franklin. Please stay with me on this journey. If you enjoy learning English through stories, please subscribe to Storyline English. It helps us share more beautiful stories with you. Benjamin Franklin was born on January 17, 1706, in Boston, Massachusetts. Boston was a city by the ocean in America. At that time, America was not a free country yet. It belonged to England. Benjamin's father was named Josiah Franklin. His mother was named Abiah. Benjamin had many brothers and sisters. He was the 15th child in his family. Can you imagine? 15 children in one house. The Franklin family was not rich. Josiah made soap and candles to sell. It was hard work, and the family did not have much money. Benjamin was a smart boy. He loved to read more than anything else. But his family could not pay for school for many years. Benjamin went to school for only 2 years. He was 8 years old when he stopped going to school. His father needed him to work. This made Benjamin sad because he loved learning. But Benjamin did not stop reading. He read every book he could find. He borrowed books from friends. He stayed up late at night reading by candlelight. Books became his teachers. Books opened his mind to the world. When Benjamin was 12 years old, his father sent him to work with his older brother, James. James had a printing shop. A printing shop makes newspapers and books. Benjamin learned how to use the big printing machines. He learned how to put letters together to make words on paper. The work was hard. Sometimes James was not kind to Benjamin, but Benjamin was happy because he was close to books and words every day. He could read the newspapers and pamphlets that came through the shop. He learned about ideas and news from many places. Benjamin worked for his brother for several years, but James and Benjamin did not get along well. James was the boss, and sometimes he treated Benjamin badly. Benjamin wanted freedom. He wanted to learn more. He wanted to become his own person. So when he was 17 years old, Benjamin made a big decision. He decided to run away. Running away was dangerous. It was against the law to leave your work contract. But Benjamin was brave. He sold some of his books to get money. Then he left Boston secretly. Benjamin traveled to New York City first. He looked for work there, but he could not find any. So he decided to go to Philadelphia. Philadelphia was another city, far away from Boston. The journey was long and difficult. Benjamin walked many miles. He had very little money. He was hungry and tired. When he finally arrived in Philadelphia, he had almost nothing. His clothes were dirty. He was exhausted. But he did not give up. On his first morning in Philadelphia, Benjamin bought 3 big rolls of bread. He had only a little money left. He walked through the streets eating 1 roll. He carried the other 2 rolls under his arms. He must have looked very funny. A young woman saw him and laughed. Benjamin did not know it then, but this young woman would later become his wife. Her name was Deborah Reed. This was the beginning of Benjamin's new life. Benjamin found work at a printing shop in Philadelphia. He worked very hard. He was skilled and smart. People noticed his good work. The governor of Pennsylvania heard about Benjamin. The governor told Benjamin he should open his own printing shop. He promised to help Benjamin. Benjamin was excited. He was only 18 years old, but he had big dreams. The governor said Benjamin should go to London to buy printing equipment. London was the big city in England, so Benjamin got on a ship and sailed across the ocean. But when Benjamin arrived in London, something terrible happened. The governor had lied. The governor did not send the money he promised. Benjamin was alone in London with no money and no help. This was a hard lesson for young Benjamin. He learned that not everyone keeps their promises. He learned to be careful and to trust his own judgment. But Benjamin did not feel sorry for himself. Instead, he found work at printing shops in London. He stayed there for almost 2 years. He learned new skills. He read many books. He made friends with other thinkers and writers. In 1726, Benjamin returned to Philadelphia. He was older now and wiser. He worked hard and saved his money. By 1728, when he was only 22 years old, Benjamin opened his own printing shop. He printed newspapers, books, and pamphlets. His business grew slowly but steadily. In 1730, Benjamin married Deborah Reed, the same young woman who had laughed at him on his first day in Philadelphia. They built a life together. They had children. Benjamin's printing business became very successful. Benjamin started his own newspaper called the Pennsylvania Gazette. It became one of the most popular newspapers in America. Benjamin was a good writer. He wrote articles that were interesting and easy to read. People loved his newspaper. Benjamin also created something called Poor Richard's Almanac. An almanac is a book that comes out every year. It has calendars, weather predictions, and advice. Benjamin filled his almanac with wise sayings and jokes. Some famous sayings from Poor Richard include, "Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise," and "A penny saved is a penny earned." These simple ideas helped people think about how to live better lives. But Benjamin Franklin was not just a printer and writer. He was also very interested in science. He was curious about everything in the world. He asked questions. He did experiments. One of his most famous experiments was about lightning. In the 1750s, people did not understand lightning. They did not know what it was. Benjamin Franklin had an idea. He thought lightning might be electricity. Electricity was something new that scientists were just beginning to study. In 1752, Benjamin did a dangerous experiment. He flew a kite during a thunderstorm. He attached a metal key to the kite string. When lightning came near, electricity traveled down the wet string to the key. Benjamin felt the electric shock. He proved that lightning is electricity. This was an amazing discovery. It was also very dangerous. Benjamin could have died. But his experiment changed science forever. People around the world heard about Benjamin Franklin's discovery. He became famous as a scientist. Benjamin used his knowledge about electricity to invent something useful. He invented the lightning rod. A lightning rod is a metal rod that you put on top of a building. When lightning strikes, it hits the rod instead of the building. The electricity goes safely into the ground. This invention saved many buildings from burning down. Benjamin did not patent his invention. That means he did not make money from it. He wanted everyone to use it freely. He believed knowledge should help all people. Benjamin Franklin invented many other things too. He invented bifocal glasses. These are glasses that help you see both near and far. He invented the Franklin stove, which heated homes better than fireplaces. He invented swim fins to help people swim faster. He was always thinking, always creating, always trying to make life better. And he shared his ideas freely with the world. Benjamin also cared deeply about his community. He believed people should work together to make their city better. In Philadelphia, he helped start the first public library in America. Before this, only rich people could own books. Now, everyone could borrow books and read them. Benjamin also helped start the first fire department in Philadelphia. He helped start a hospital. He helped start a school that later became the University of Pennsylvania. All of these things made Philadelphia a better place to live. As Benjamin grew older, he became involved in politics. Politics means the way a country is governed and led. Remember, America was still ruled by England at this time. But many Americans were not happy about this. England made laws that Americans did not like. England made Americans pay high taxes. Americans had no voice in the English government. This did not seem fair. Benjamin Franklin began to speak up for American rights. In the 1760s and 1770s, the relationship between America and England got worse. England kept making stricter rules. Americans became angrier. Some Americans wanted to break free from England completely. They wanted independence. Benjamin Franklin was sent to England as a diplomat. A diplomat is someone who represents their country in another country. Benjamin tried to make peace. He tried to explain American feelings to the English government, but the English leaders would not listen. Finally, in 1775, Benjamin Franklin returned to America. He was almost 70 years old. Most people that age would rest and stay home, but not Benjamin Franklin. He believed in the American cause. He believed Americans should be free. So he joined the fight for independence. In 1776, Benjamin Franklin helped write the Declaration of Independence. This was the document that said America was no longer part of England. It said America was a free and independent country. Benjamin Franklin signed his name on this historic document. He risked his life by doing this. If America lost the war, he could be killed for treason. America needed help to win the war against England. So Benjamin Franklin went to France. France was a powerful country in Europe. Benjamin asked France to help America. This was not easy. Benjamin was now over 70 years old, but he sailed across the ocean again. He lived in France for many years. He talked to French leaders. He explained why America deserved freedom. The French people loved Benjamin Franklin. They thought he was wise and charming. They admired his scientific work. They loved his simple, honest manner. Finally, France agreed to help America. French ships, soldiers, and money came to support the American cause. This help was very important. It helped America win the war. In 1783, the war ended. America was officially independent. Benjamin Franklin helped write the peace treaty with England. He was one of the signers. After 9 years in France, Benjamin returned home to Philadelphia. He was now 79 years old. Even in his final years, Benjamin Franklin continued to serve his country. He helped write the United States Constitution. The Constitution is the main set of laws for America. It explains how the government should work. It protects people's rights. Benjamin was the oldest person at the Constitutional Convention. He was 81 years old. Many younger men respected his wisdom and experience. They listened to his advice. Benjamin helped create a government that would last for centuries. Benjamin Franklin died on April 17, 1790. He was 84 years old. He died peacefully in his home in Philadelphia. Thousands of people came to his funeral. They wanted to honor this great man. People in America mourned. People in France mourned. People around the world mourned. Benjamin Franklin had touched so many lives. He had helped birth a nation. He had advanced science. He had improved his community. He had shown the world what one curious, hard-working person could achieve. What can we learn from Benjamin Franklin's life? First, we learn that education is not just about school. Benjamin went to school for only 2 years, but he never stopped learning. He read books all his life. He asked questions. He experimented. He talked to smart people. He taught himself through curiosity and hard work. This shows us that we can always learn, no matter our circumstances. Second, Benjamin Franklin showed us the power of practical wisdom. He did not just think about ideas. He used his ideas to help people. He invented things that made life better. He started organizations that served the community. He believed knowledge should be useful and should be shared. He never kept his inventions secret to make money. He wanted everyone to benefit. Third, Benjamin Franklin taught us about service to others. He spent decades serving his community and his country. Even when he was old and tired, he continued to work for the greater good. He could have retired and rested, but he believed in causes bigger than himself. He sacrificed his comfort for freedom and progress. Fourth, Benjamin Franklin showed us that one person can make a difference. He came from a poor family. He had little formal education. But he changed the world. He helped create a nation. He advanced human knowledge. He improved countless lives. He proved that your beginning does not determine your ending. Your choices, your effort, and your character matter most. And so, my friends, this is the story of Benjamin Franklin. A boy who loved books became a man who changed the world. He was a printer, a writer, a scientist, an inventor, a diplomat, and a founding father. He lived a life of curiosity, service, and wisdom. His ideas still influence us today. When we use electricity safely, we can thank Benjamin Franklin. When we borrow books from libraries, we can thank Benjamin Franklin. When we read wise sayings about working hard and being honest, we often hear Benjamin Franklin's voice. More than 200 years have passed since Benjamin Franklin died, but his legacy lives on. He reminds us to stay curious, to work hard, to help others, and to believe in ourselves. He shows us that great achievements come from small, daily choices. Reading one book at a time, asking one question at a time, helping one person at a time, doing one good deed at a time. This is how Benjamin Franklin built an extraordinary life. I hope you enjoyed this journey through Benjamin Franklin's life. I hope his story inspires you to learn, to question, and to make a difference in your own way. If you found this story helpful for learning English, please give it a like. It helps other learners find these stories too. And if you would like to hear more calm, simple English stories about amazing people and events from history, please subscribe to our channel. Your support means everything. It allows us to continue sharing these stories with you. Thank you for listening today, my friends. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, every great person started with small steps, just like Benjamin Franklin.